There are some things in life where we keep on repeating. And until that we fix what is making us repeat the same mistakes, we'll keep repeating the same experiences. This is a sort of a curse or a loop that we are caught in, where traditions, where reincarnations, repeated mistakes are experienced over and over. And it's up to us to break this curse, to learn what needs to be learned. In spirituality, there's a lot of imitation. There's a lot of people that are looking outside of themselves for answers. And so religion tells us how we should be. Family traditions tell us what we should be as far as like our occupation. And then by going into this repeated loop, we get caught. We get caught. Now, this does not mean that we should reject every single tradition that we have been exposed to. It just means that if your family has been farmers for a few generations, it doesn't mean that you should be a farmer as well. At the end, we are individuals that are very unique. And by imitating what your grandfather did, your father did, and deep down inside you know this is not for you, we get caught in a loop. And isn't this the same thing that we experience if we keep on reincarnating, where we're caught in the same mentality? We lived a life that was lived thousands of years ago, and we keep on repeating the same mistakes. And just like an experience where we don't learn, we will keep on repeating this experience. The experience will be shown or be experienced in a different way, although it's the same lesson that is trying to be finally learned. And so we get caught, just like people that say, what would Jesus do? Because they don't know what they should do. So they ask themselves, what would Jesus do? Or some people try to emulate the Buddha. But the Buddha broke a mold. The story of the Buddha is a prince that went his own way. He broke the mold. By breaking the mold, he became free. And isn't that what we all want? We want to be free. But how can we be free if we're doing what has been done by other people, where we try to get the answers from outside of us? And so people that are lost will imitate. They'll get caught. They will keep on repeating the same experiences. They'll play the same music. If they do ceremonies, they will do it in the way that they were told to do. Keep on playing the same tunes. We keep on playing the same beats. We keep on repeating the same mistakes. And we wonder why we're unhappy. There was a time maybe where there were people that were lost. And what became traditions were actually things that were done spontaneously by an individual. And that individual freed themselves by doing it in a certain way. And then we start believing that this is the way for everybody. This is the trap. That those that freed themselves in the past hold the answers of how we're going to free ourselves. Well, all you need to do is to check inside, to listen to your soul, to connect with your passions, to live your own life, to do what you deeply want to do, no matter what happened in the past, no matter what your parents did in the past. Hey, it might be that you want to be a farmer as well, and that's okay. But just make sure that your desire to be a farmer is not simply a means to get yourself in the same loop. That because of your loss, that you seek to repeat the same patterns as were done in the past. This life is supposed to be lived. And everybody has their unique gift that they can offer. But if we keep on trying to find answers from people that lived in the past or people that are in our present reality, and we try to emulate and imitate, we're living somebody else's life. And how can one be happy if we're just an imitation? How can we be happy when we're living somebody else's life? Maybe we should be eating the same things that your parents used to eat. Even though that you don't really like it, just keep on eating it. This creates pain. And it creates the world that we are living in, where people don't know themselves. So they recreate what has been done numerous times before. But there's hope for those that look inside. There's hope for those that follow their heart. There's hope for them that no longer want to do what has been done, but want to do what they deeply want to do inside. That's where your salvation is. Salvation lays inside. That you need to figure out what you really want to do. But even that, it's not like a very complicated thing that you have to spend hours upon hours of meditating and figuring out What do I want to do? You know what you want to do. You're just scared to do it because you want to stay in a straight line. You don't want to break tradition. You don't want to upset people. You don't want to become a black sheep. You don't want to break the mold. But that's how you free yourself. It's by finally listening to your heart and your soul. So dare to be different. Dare to do what you want to do. By doing so, you will free yourself. And all the mistakes of the past will have been corrected by doing so. Isn't it simple? Do what you love, to love what you do. Dare. Dare to be you. Dare to be different. Dare to do what you really want to do.